Hi, I'm Debra Jacobs. I'm President and CEO of the Patterson Foundation in Sarasota, Florida. I'm blessed to be here at the Aspen Institute for a gathering of foundation CEOs from across the United States. I've taken advantage of this opportunity to ask each of them, what is connective tissue? What are new realities? Well, let's take a listen and see what they each had to say.
Hi, I'm Rip Rapson. I'm the president of the Christy Foundation. Connective tissue to me means the recognition of the interdependence of the key determinants of community health. You can't think about one thing without thinking about another. You can't move one thing without moving another. You can't improve one thing without improving another. And so it's not sort of a conceptual idea, it's actually a very practical idea. It's a practical idea that means over the long term, in order to be effective, you truly have to connect the pieces in a way that is thoughtful, contextual, and aimed at the long term.
Hello, I'm Gene Cochran with the Duke Endowment. Connective tissue, what a great question for all of us to consider. To me, one of the things that makes foundation work so enriching and so opportunistic is our ability to get to know each other and to work together. But I think if we really want to work together, that's very difficult to do on a one-off basis or a one-time only basis. And it is much more effective and much more connecting if we have relationships with each other, so that the opportunity to work together is just one more piece and one more opportunity of that connectedness that we all enjoy.
Hi, I'm Charisse West, President and CEO of the Winthrop Rockefeller Foundation. And new realities, when I think of new realities, most immediately I think of social media, and I think of the ways in which adults learn and how we have to be conscious of how we can give our messages in philanthropy, which are very deep and conceptual and strategic, but we have to do them in sound bites so that so that we can be accountable to those that we are working with and also to the field. So for me, new realities is how do you take social media, how do you take adult learning ways or opportunities or methods and use them to send out messages and lessons learned and to share what we are experiencing at the Winthrop Rockefeller Foundation.
So hi, I'm Doug Kreidler, President and CEO of the Columbus Foundation. And this whole idea of connective tissue and new realities, I guess my thought is, having formerly been in the music business, that they say that music is found in the space between notes. And so connective tissue to me is a recognition that great and effective philanthropy can be found in that space in building that bridge between great ideas and great people.
I'm Ori Pennick with the Field Foundation of Illinois, and I'm responding to new realities. I think for me it means, because of a lot of things going on in our world, that things are different. There's no business as usual. We've got to begin to look at philanthropy through a lens of what's diverse now. What does it mean to be part of the world as opposed to part of our little part of the section that we fund. And that's challenging, but I also think it's an exciting time, and I'm happy and proud to be a part of it.
My name is Jim Houlihan. I'm with the Blandin Foundation in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. And I'm kind of influenced by what I want to say from our conversation the day before about connective tissue of all things. And I have to admit, when I first hear connective tissue, I think about something related to the body or medical. But as explained to me, I think I get it and am fired up about it. We believe that nothing happens without relationships. At our foundation, it sounds so simplistic and so trite, but it's true. So my opinion, my free advice is keep working on those relationships, and if you want to call them connective tissues, more power to you.
Jamie Marasotis, Lumina Foundation for Education. I think, from my perspective, new realities is about the changing economic, social, and cultural context of the world in which we live. And that's being influenced by a variety of things: technology, the changing nature of nation states and governance of countries. And I think it's also being changed by the changing nature of work. That is, the way people conduct their business and therefore live their lives is really affecting the new reality of the world in which we live.
Hi, I'm Lori Bertman with the Irene W. and C.B. Pennington Foundation in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Connective tissue to me, I think of connecting dots between people doing good work in similar spaces. We tend, I think, in the world of philanthropy to work in silos when we all have something to contribute in the space of education, healthcare, disaster relief, and we need to be communicating and talking together and pooling our resources to impact a certain problem or social area.
I'm David Eegner with the Hudson Weber Foundation and a New Economy Initiative. Connective tissue is the activity that happens between individuals and leaders of important initiatives and movements, and therefore bring them together to make 1 + 1 = far more than 2.
My name is Lynn Wallin Ziegenbein. I am from the Peter Kiewit Foundation in Omaha, and I feel that the new realities and connective tissue are much the same, actually. I think we need to keep in mind resilience, endurance, and accountability on both of those levels. I think they are new realities for us. They also provide connective tissue, and one of my more abiding ones is the absolute imperative for cultural literacy.
I'm Sheila Bugden with the Rose Community Foundation, and what is connective tissue? Well, when I think of connective tissue, I think of something alive. And when I think of alive, in my world of philanthropy, I think of people. And I think what we miss in our field in terms of pushing an issue or an idea is people who can connect other people and other nonprofits who are working in this field to one another. So, you know, there's a book that talks about connectors, people who just naturally can do this. We've actually funded people to do this in some of the areas that we're working in. They tap into their networks and help others tap into their networks and create synergy where it didn't exist before.
Hi, my name is Christy Grey. I work at the Whitaker Foundation in St. Louis, Missouri. And when I think of connective tissue, I think of it as the broader or macro view of the field. So if you're working in a specific solution area like mental health or childcare, you get very expert and very focused, as you should, on your daily tasks and the immediate population. But sometimes you don't have the luxury to take time to have the larger sight. And so the connective tissue aspect would be to connect you with information and advocacy and the work of other people in the field, hopefully making your job easier, but making the solution broader.
Hello, my name is Doug Batonte Stewart, and I'm the Executive Director of the Max M. and Marjorie S. Fisher Foundation in Detroit. And to me, connective tissue is the realization that the issues that we're working on in the States, and in our case in Zambia and in Israel, are all connected. That it is in our enlightened self-interest to be concerned about things that aren't happening in our backyard, and that they all connect.